trying to watch Netflix.
It was going fine. I think it was other people's internet.
Okay. Hello. There's no one on right now, but we'll talk to you as if there is
for all the people
replay.
who are going to come back for the replay. Hello.
Hello. So this is just the moment of, I guess we could get this up on our phones so that we can keep an eye on everything. Okay. All right. People are starting to hop on. Hey, y'all. Hello, Vivian. There are our lovely friends. Yep. 180 degrees from average. And Miss Xavier, who I love. Hey, Rose. Did that work? Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I did. It said it.
Cool. Awesome. Hey, y'all. All right. I'm going to pull up my own live stream here so I can keep an eye on it. Y'all tell me where you're watching from. Hey, April.
I love reading people's names.
Westervelt. Tammy Shepherd. Jackie. Dunn's Acres. I didn't show you the gathering aprons that she made for the boys.
For the boys?
Yeah, they're so cute. We opened them up. I took a picture yesterday.
Arizona, Virginia.
Hey, y'all. Hello from Michigan. How snowy is it up there? Sammy Pugh from Conway. Hey, neighbor.
Oh, cool.
We're not far from you.
Let's hang out.
Oh, so you guys are from all over the world. Okay, there's Australia.
Rose knows that we know that they're from Georgia. She's from Minnesota.
I think, Rose, aren't you a rule follower? I think Rose is a rule follower. I think that whenever somebody says say this, she has to. She's like me. I'm such a rule follower. What is y'all's weather like today? I'm totally starting this with weather talk. Not because it's small talk, but because whenever you're a homesteader, that really matters.
No, we did not get tornadoes Friday night.
No, we didn't get bad weather at all. I guess it was a little lightningy and kind of some rain, but we didn't have... Yeah, Rose says she behaves. Snow. We had that one little snow. We had that one little snow that I did a video of. And since then, it's been very warm. We've been like in the 70 degrees. Hey, Kathleen. Heather, Jean. I wish I could say hi to everybody. It goes by so fast.
I was say it's too fast for me. Las Vegas. That's actually where Malia's at. That's where she lives, is in Las Vegas.
That's where her daughter lives with her mom.
She'll be here on the 21st.
Yep.
It's funny because you'll see her comment on stuff on the videos because she's watching them just like you guys do.
Yeah, that's really cool. She always comments and she's always like, "Hi, Mom." And I'm like, "Yay." So, I want to announce the winner to our giveaway, but I was going to wait until everybody gets on here that's going to. So we'll just give it a couple more minutes. Just the basic, going over the basic stuff for the live stream. If you've never been with us before, a reminder, if you have any questions, put them in all caps. So that we can see those, be kind. We've got some awesome moderators. I know I saw Rose is here, Wholesome Roots. I always ask y'all to go give love to my moderators because they make this possible. And actually tonight, 180 Degrees from Average is another channel that's going to be helping moderate. So both of those, I'll remind you guys later to go give them a follow, but I totally would appreciate if you did. Amy Fuel. Hey, girl.
Oh, hey, Amy.
That's awesome. She's got that's another great channel if you don't already follow Amy. And there's the Farm on Quail Hollow. It's another great.
Mangalita Mama.
That's another
She's
great.
Like our Mangalita Grandma. Hey, Grandma. Remember when you told me about those awesome pigs?
Xavier said it's great to see you more comfortable in front of the camera. Y'all, Maya's been vlogging some. Isn't that wonderful? Denise Stone said, "Maya, how did you get Jess back from Baker Creek?"
I didn't. This is actually my artificial intelligence that me and Ethan from 180 Degrees from Average program, Phila and Jessica. can't even tell that she's not here.
Yeah, they giggle. They program
Human
that
Jessica
giggle in.
is
still looking
in
at
the
seeds.
seed vault, taking a bath in seed packets.
Yeah.
I think. Actually, I'm not really sure what she's doing these days.
Yeah, I loved visiting Baker Creek. I cannot wait to go back and visit them in the spring for the planting festival. It's in May, the beginning of May. I actually don't know the date off the back of my head. Off the back of my head, the top of my head. That's the right location. I don't know the date, but the May Planting Festival at Baker Creek. I'll actually be speaking at that, and we're really looking forward to being there. They were planting 8,000 daffodil bulbs when we were there to have blooming at the planting festival, which is pretty cool. Like the whole roadway is gonna be gorgeous. They had peach and peach varieties, like pink and peach varieties of daffodils. So, okay. So, someone said their whole seed catalog came in the mail yesterday and they read it for hours. I've spent a lot of time in mine. Where did I get those curtains? At Pier 1 Imports, like forever ago. I've had those curtains since my first home. So I've been toting them around for a while, and they were on clearance. So I only got one window. And so they're in here. They've always been the odd curtains out, but I really love them. So May 6th and 7th. That sounds right. Smoking Reptiles Homestead. That sounds right. It's there towards the beginning.
Which one is it?
The May Planting Festival. And the other thing that we're going to be at, I guess we'll go ahead and just get these announcements out of the way, but we're going to be speaking at the May Planting Festival at Baker Creek. We're also going to be on March 9th, we are going to be at Deep South Homestead's gathering in Wiggins, Mississippi. And I'll actually be speaking at that as well. So that's another opportunity if you guys are able to come to that and just like meet up and just, get to know each other a little bit. And that'll be a good opportunity for that. I'm sure that's going to be a really wonderful gathering. And then on, where's VW Family Farms when I need them? I don't remember the date. Let me look at my calendar real quick. April the 6th here in Arkansas, or in Rosebud, which is where VW Family Farms lives, about 45 minutes away from where I live. They will be having, we will be having a gathering with them here in April. And it's not going to be like a conference. It's just going to be like similar to what Deep South does, just like a one-day gathering, getting together and, spending time together, getting to know each other. We're going to do a plant sale and a seed swap that day. And I'm going to be bringing a lot of plant starts that I start out of my ridiculous seed collection. So it'll be a really good time to come stock up on your heirloom plants. So that's March 9th, Deep South Homestead's gathering in Mississippi. April 6th is the VW Family Farm and Roots and Refuge gathering here in Central Arkansas. And then May, I think they said 6th and 7th, is the Spring Planting Festival in Mansfield, Missouri. So those are things to get on your calendar. I saw Amy say something about Homesteaders of America, which we'll definitely be going to that again. That's an incredible gathering.
That was awesome.
Yeah, if you guys now already, Amy, it's the same weekend. I need to start bringing my calendar to these live streams. But if you will tell us the dates, if you guys have not already made plans and put it on your calendar to be at Homesteaders of America, that's like the event to be at for the year. Truly, if you're wanting to homestead, that's a great event to learn and to network. And I think that Amy was saying, October 11th and 12th in Front Royal, Virginia. And Amy, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think there's going to be some limited campsites. So if you bring your RV or you want to come camp at the location, that's going to be available this year. So definitely put that one down. We will be at Homesteaders of America again, I'm sure. And I think that you guys should too. That was really awesome. So how difficult is it to raise quail? So funny that you should ask. I have not raised them till grown yet. We just hatched our first ones. We actually lost some today, not a ton, but
Somehow the little heater got unplugged.
We have our heat plates, but the thing we weren't accounting for is that usually we breed those with chickens and it's on the ground and there's bedding, which these we've got in a cage that's up off the ground. So there's coolness coming underneath. And so we put a heater in there also, like just a little space heater next to it. And they were doing just completely fine, but somehow that heater got unplugged. Probably just the kids went down there playing and accidentally unplugged it, tripped over it. And apparently that extra heat was really what was keeping them okay. And we lost a handful of them today, one of the reasons why I hatched so many, which we immediately gave several of them away to our friends, VW Family Farms.
Yeah.
But one of the reasons we hatched so many is because we had not done it before. And so I didn't really know. But Rose is saying that they're really, really easy. So I think that was probably just a rookie mistake when I said, the heater got unplugged. It wasn't unplugged that long, but hopefully we don't lose
them. There was a bunch that were acting like kind of crazy, and I got them actually back in the incubator.
Yeah, we use our incubator like as a warmer for little chicks that kind of need help.
All of them responded and are fine again.
And just bounced back. So thankfully we caught it. Oh, Megan O'Connor, I'm so glad that you're here. Thank you so much for saying that. Why no bedding in the brooder? Well, they're really, really, really tiny. And so what we had down was like newspaper and paper towels, which is pretty typical for doing quail. Because, when they first hatch, they're like little bumblebees. They're just tiny, tiny. And so normally where we use chips and stuff, we didn't want it to be too deep.
Well, that and also our friends who gave us the cages, they didn't do it in the winter.
Right.
They just newspapered and brooded that way. So I'm going to be adding some pine shavings.
Yeah, we're going to do some real thin, like small pine shavings and try that. So, hey, Heirloom Permaculture, how are you guys doing? I've been liking y'all's videos and all of the progress going on there.
Is that the people I didn't meet?
Yeah, those are the people you didn't meet. They came and visited our farm, but Maya was not here. Okay. Amy said she uses paper towels too, even for chicks. It's so much easier. So yeah, I think it's...
And they're indoors, so it's just kind of, we don't keep our house super
Yeah, we don't keep our house super warm. It's why I'm wearing a hat right now at night. Like I'm usually bundled up in our house because we usually keep it in the 60s. Any plans to visit the UK?
Yeah, can we come stay with you? In the Highlands. If she's actually in the Highlands, then yeah, we'll come and stay with you. I would love to go hang out in the Highlands.
No current
That's
plans.
How that works. If you have our Australia friends want us to come visit, I'm down also. As long as I can come stay with you.
Looking to buy a greenhouse. What size do you have? Mine is 10 by 12. It's a really good size. It's a lot of greenhouse, especially if you do like rows.
Okay. Jody, no, but we will.
Repeat the question.
She's asking about, she sent us a seed catalog and asked if we wanted anything from an Australian seed catalog so we could get seeds from Australia.
Okay.
And we just haven't really had the time to sit down and thoroughly go through it. But I did message her back on Facebook and say that we were totally interested in that. Because, have you ever said no to any seeds ever, let alone seeds from another country? So,
no.
But yes, we will definitely do that and get back to you. What are you drinking?
Iced coffee with a whole lot of cream in it.
Creamy coffee.
And it's kind of watered down too, but
Have you ever grown Brussels sprouts? Did we ever grow Brussels sprouts?
I've never grown Brussels sprouts. I've never grown them. I would like to. It's on the list. I haven't gardened that long.
Oh, so we're going to the Highlands. She has spare rooms, and we're taking Rose. Oh, that escalated really fast.
Okay, guys. So I'm actually going to Rose's house in like less than 2 weeks. Yeah. We're going to a wedding in Georgia, and she messaged me randomly the other day and was like, hey, there's an event on the alpaca farm right by my house on, December 15th. You should totally come. And she was doing it in kind of like an offhand, like, haha way, like hopeful, but haha, I know you're not really going to drive to Georgia to come to an alpaca farm. And I'm literally like, where is it? And I'll go and look it up. And it's 40 minutes away from the wedding that we have to be in that afternoon. And I was like, okay, I'll come. So we're actually driving up the day before to
Jessica's going to go
visit
with the
her at Wholesome Roots. So
I'm going to take a nap.
No, he's totally coming to the alpaca farm. I think it's going to happen this way. It's going to happen this way. Okay. Jeremiah is going to go to the alpaca farm, and he's going to be.
Ethan is supposed to be my friend.
Ethan is my friend too. Hey, there's Deep South Homestead. Hey guys, we were just talking about the gathering.
He's throwing me under the proverbial alpaca bus. I mean, he's like the first instigator. Like if I was really smart, I would be like, you know what? I'm cutting you off from this. You are no longer allowed to mention the word alpaca.
The City Stead. Oh, y'all go follow the City Stead. Go follow their page.
I saw that. What
they have a good YouTube channel. He said a Root Sister gathering. That's what some people have been calling us, the Root Sisters.
The Root Sisters?
Yeah, wholesome roots. Rose is really counting on you hitting it off with her husband. Because we're going to be talking.
I've actually never met him. That's true.
I think y'all really get
I'm not going to fall in love with the guy.
I'm not saying that.
No, she says you will fall in love. With alpacas or with your husband? I'm confused. I mean,
this just went to a weird place. But back to my place.
I may love him. I just never gonna say it. Guys don't say that kind of stuff. It's like, yo, what's up? Yeah, I'm good.
Whatever.
No tears.
I see a bromance. As Xavier said, I just found out you can have your alpacas in with goats and they will chase off predators. That's true.
Oh,
They're good for all kinds of things. Guys, okay.
So will dogs.
Do you know, I was wearing a hat the other day. A whole bunch of people commented on it. It's like a stripy hat that Daniel bought it at his work and brought it up here and gave it to me as an early birthday present because my birthday is coming up. And I was wearing that hat. And everybody's like, I love your hat. So I had to go look up who made it so I could share who made it. That hat was made out of alpaca wool. He unintentionally bought me an alpaca hat. Is that hilarious?
Goldshaw just got on. Hey, Goldshaw.
Hey, Goldshaw Farm. I'm about to do a cool collaboration with Morgan over at Goldshaw Farm that you guys should be looking out for. It's going to be really good. Julie Nelson, thank you so much for that. That was so sweet. I
just brought up to my memory. So I cannot tell you how many times we have turned down a free donkey.
Oh, yeah.
Like, honestly, we could have had a herd of 80 donkeys.
Okay.
Like, if we had not exercised self-control and me looked at Jessica and been like, we ain't not getting a donkey right now. We have chickens. The donkeys don't need to protect the chickens. Right? I'm talking since we've gotten this property, people have been trying to give us donkeys.
People have been trying to give us donkeys.
And now we actually have, like, space and, like, horses.
When we lease the land next door, we actually could probably use some donkeys.
We can actually use some donkeys. Like, we need to find some free donkeys.
There's probably going to be crickets now. Like,
we're not
going to be able to find a donkey
to
buy one. So, oh no.
What?
Homestead in the Highlands bought an alpaca hat last week and one of the dogs picked it up and ran down the driveway on a rainy day with it. I had this red Carhartt hat that I loved. It was like my favorite hat, and I love hats. You probably
How much do you love this dog?
Quit.
Fluffy dog.
But our old dog Dakota chewed the tar out of that hat, and I still wore it just on principle. It had a big hole in the back.
More space equals alpacas. Yeah, I knew this was going that direction.
Happy birthday, Mama Tried Homestead. The big 40. Today's her birthday.
Which one?
Mama Tried Homestead. Today's her 40th birthday.
Mama Tried.
Happy birthday to you. My birthday is December 16th. I'm really excited. I love birthdays. It's exciting to me.
It's hubby's dog. I could live without. But yeah.
Ethan said he has a personal feud with donkeys. People be trying to give you some donkeys when you get a farm. It's crazy.
Budget video for those of us just starting out. Actually, someone did ask a good question about how to get starting into heirloom gardening on a budget. I think my perspective I know that you are going to be the one to answer this, but from my perspective of how you got into it was one of the biggest things that gave us a big jump start. Because, I mean, honestly, containers, so many ways you can plant. There's so many ways you can plant stuff. Find different containers, beds, whatever. Direct sow, all that. But getting into the heirloom part, Jessica got into seed swaps early. And seed swaps grew your seed collection and grew the varieties, and it was affordable and it was enjoyable. So that was, from my perspective, that's where you really started.
Yeah, seed swaps are a big thing. There's a lot of those on Instagram. I have a friend on Instagram. Her name is Liv. I think it's Dirty Knees Farm. I don't know exactly how it's worded. That's her farm name. It's Dirty Knees Farm, and she has a huge garden. She hosts a really awesome seed swap, and literally, like, you just send in your seeds, and you get back this massive envelope that's all different kinds of stuff. And Now I get a lot of seeds from you guys, and like my seed collection is pretty big now, and I don't have as much time. I did do one seed swap this year, and I don't know if I'll do one in the spring other than in person.
Well, I've been asking about Big Bear's Seed Homestead.
Yeah, Big Bear Homestead is actually doing a seed swap where you get to email. I forgot about that. I was going to talk about that because a lot of people ask me about seed swaps, and go check out Big Bear Homestead and you can subscribe to them, but they have an email address that you can send in, and I think they have a video up about it. They did a live video talking about it, and that's a great way. Swapping seeds is a great way to really get into heirloom gardening. And then also just being really creative with containers, using reclaimed materials, start growing whatever you can, like try growing stuff in the ground. I suggest watching the Back to Eden Garden film because they have a lot of stuff. You can get a lot of wood chips for free from municipalities. So that's definitely, just some of my tips, and just start where you are. There are some things that I still haven't really gotten into growing because we haven't had the space to really expand. Like I haven't grown just a lot of corn, a little bit of ornamental stuff, but I haven't done just a ton of some things because I just haven't expanded that far. Thank you so much, Miss Natasha. That was so sweet. From Little Ranch Farm. Thank you for your inspiration. Somebody asked about the lemon jalapenos or the pumpkin ones. Cindy Kester. I got seeds for both of those. The lemon spice jalapeno and the pumpkin spice jalapeno from Baker Creek. Yeah. And they don't actually taste like either of those things, but they're just orange and yellow.
The color. Okay.
Yeah.
Why do they name it that then?
Yeah, but I'm going to grow all of those things. Does Baker Creek ever do a sale? They don't usually do sales.
They're doing it. I'm sorry. I just saw something. Go ahead.
Baker Creek does. They did go to free shipping, but
that's a big thing.
Yeah, that's a big thing, especially if you just want to be able to order a little.
And honestly, they're covering it for any size. It doesn't have a limit. So you order one packet or 100, it's all free.
Deep South is doing a seed swap at their gathering in March too. That's true. I forgot about that. So I mean, that's in-person seed swaps. Another thing, like my local library in Conway has a seed library, and so a lot of times just call around and see if you've got some local things. There was actually last year a brewery in Little Rock that hosted a seed swap, a brewery, like a come drink beer and swap seeds thing. And my cousin messaged me and she was like, hey, I know you're not one much for beer, but I'll go drink the beer and you can bring the seeds. And I'm like, okay, we didn't end up going, but like, it's crazy if you really put your ear to the ground, the stuff that you can find. So you're expanding your in-ground garden. What's the plan there?
Well, okay, so we haven't told them yet, but so expanding the in-ground garden is kind of having to change some. So we're going to figure it out. You'll be there for us every step of the way. But where the good portion of the in-ground garden expansion is going to go will now house a high tunnel greenhouse. We got called this week, and we did get the award. And turns out that every county that does this program has different rules. Every county. So you really need to check with your county because our county does it different than even counties like our friends are in. But we got the award. We are going in next week to sign whatever we got to sign and find out what the next steps are. But that's pretty cool. That's actually where the in-ground garden expansion is going to go. So we haven't really figured out what that's going to look like. Are we going to do raised beds in the high tunnel? Are we going to direct sow? Are we going to back to? I mean, there's all kinds of decisions to make. To fit the high tunnel, we have to do some kind of modifications. There's a fence that runs across there. It's actually the fence that you see us go through to get to the pigs, where the pigs are. That space is actually where the high tunnel is going to go. So I've got to take that fence down, take out that Bradford pear tree, which we love Bradford pears because they look pretty, even though they're other than that useless. But it's got to go because we need the space for that greenhouse. So
okay, so the greenhouse program is the NRCS. The Natural Resources Conservation Society, I believe is what it is, or services. If you Google NRCS High Tunnel Grant, that's what you need to put in your Google search bar. NRCS High Tunnel Grant. And that should lead you, and you're going to have to go through your extension office. You're going to have to get a farm number. You have to have a deed to your land. You have to own your land. And that will take you on, that'll start the process. Light So Bright said, did I miss the winner of the Cozy Christmas Baking?
You did, yeah. You
no, I did not announce that. I talked about it. I didn't
no.
announce it. Let me open this up because I've got the winner's name saved in here, and I don't remember what it is. Okay, so the winner of the Cozy Christmas Baking Cookbook on YouTube. Also, I need to acknowledge this real quick. Carla Walden, thank you so much. She sent in that super chat. That was very sweet. And I want to make sure I grab that before. I want to say thank you. So the winner of, everybody's like on bated breath. And I'm like, oh, hold on one second. Is Dolan Staten. So that's the YouTube winner. I have 2 books to give away. I have one that I'm giving away on Instagram. I was a day later posting it because I got distracted. And so I'm not announcing that winner until tomorrow. So Dolan Staten is this winner. And I will go and comment on one of his comments where he entered and let him know. If you're on here, Dolan, email me and let me have your address, and I'll get you in contact with Forgotten Way Farms, who was the host of that who was the sponsor of that giveaway. She's the one who sent out the cookbooks that she wrote. This is it right here. And it's a really beautiful book. They are available for sale on Amazon. I'm pretty sure she published this herself, but it's very well done. Really beautiful, great recipes. And I have one more to give away on Instagram. So Roots and Refuge on Instagram. You can go over there. It's within the last few posts that I've done is a picture of this book, and you can enter there. So congratulations.
You're not catching the end. You're catching the middle. We got an hour. So we're not even halfway.
Well, yeah, the middle. Yeah, we still got 30 minutes left.
30, 50, 27.
Yeah.
Loving the pigs. I don't know why everyone was freaking out about the pigs. They seem to be pretty easy to take care of. I enjoy going out there with them.
Yeah.
We're going to have to put some work in socializing the Mangalitsa breeders.
Yeah.
I want them to be friendly with everyone. So, but I mean, that's just part of it.
What do I recommend to grow first for new homesteaders?
What will you eat?
I think that when you're brand new and getting started, you really need to consider what you will eat. Baby salad greens are a really great place to start because I think most people will eat those. I mean, that's just like a basic thing. Even if you don't eat a lot of salads, you can make a taco salad or eat it in a burger or whatever it is. Like baby salad greens are a really good place to start, and they grow fast. So it's really encouraging. I did a video showing using an inverted tub to grow salad greens in the winter, which that's not really going to work if you live in like a stupid cold place. You could grow them in your house under a grow light, but in the spring, you can do that exact same thing, into like February, like when everything's kind of starting to thaw, and start them with the tub. You can grow things like salad greens, radishes, little things in a bag of soil like that by just cutting the top of it off and just grow it in the soil. But, I love tomatoes. I love growing those things. Cherry tomatoes are really easy. But basically if you're getting started, figure out what it is that you eat. Hey, there's Bobblehead Homestead.
Oh, Arkansas.
Our neighbor. We are having some really special visitors.
Yes.
Towards the end of this month. The haulers are going to be coming through and staying here with us. And I need to get with you, a Bobblehead Homestead, and see about if you want to come out and visit while they're here and come visit our place. You're not that far from us. Mm-hmm. So where did you get your pink green beans? Somebody actually sent those to me, but they're called Tanya's Pink Pod. Only a few places have those. Those are kind of on the rare side.
So, did you tell them who was coming?
But I said the haulers were coming.
Oh, did you say that? Oh, okay.
Yeah, the haulers are coming. We're super excited about that.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
They just left Wholesome Roots yesterday. Was it yesterday? But they've been visiting with lots of people.
That's our plan. We're gonna wow them.
Yeah, I keep saying that I'm gonna woo them with my Southern hospitality, and
So we better woo him with something.
Good cooking. We're going to have fun. Do I still have goats? Yes, I have goats. I have lots of goats.
We have lots of goats. We just
Actually,
lost one. Oh, wait. We can't announce that.
Yeah, I can.
No.
They're our live. They're
Not
our
unless you
live
go out there and get her.
feed. I'm not going to get her. They're our live feed.
So we got.
So yeah, go ahead.
Jessica's wheeling and dealing.
Okay, so you're privy to the information.
Yeah, because we haven't put this out on the video.
I
yet.
haven't vlogged this yet.
So,
Ben has been sick for the last couple of days, so I actually haven't videoed anything. That's why you got we missed today, and then you get.
Well, we missed today. Well, I was already shooting a vlog anyways, and I've got some others coming up. So, like I said, I'm learning.
Say it.
Anyway, so what were we talking about?
We got a new goat.
Oh yeah, a new goat. That's right. We did get a new goat. A Nigerian
A new
dwarf.
kind of goat. We got a little Nigerian dwarf. I'll tell you her name in the vlog. It's pretty fantastic.
Jessica is seriously like Jessica's naming of her animals, especially the ones we don't even have, is like topic of like great conversation within our family.
Thank you, Artisan
Bard. Yeah, it's awesome. We really appreciate it.
No, Lamanches are the earless ones. We have a few of those. We also have Nubians, which are the ones with the long ears. They're dairy breeds. Those are Jeremiah's favorites. We got a Saanen buck this year, which Saanens are known for their like milk production, and he came from like really good milk lines. And we're breeding him against our Nubian girls because my hope is through all of our spring kids to get a couple of does that are mixed, like the Nubian's butterfat with the Saanen's production level. We got the Nigerian dwarfs, which are the tiny ones. Her little legs, she's 3 months old, and her little legs are like this long. And when she runs, it's the cutest thing in the whole world. Like that,
she's actually hanging out with our Nubian
baby. Like the kid from the spring.
Which is Darling is still bigger than her.
Okay, so here's your clue on her name. It's So Fetch. That's the clue.
Oh,
some people are gonna
get it.
So,
I bet you it's Ethan that gets it too. And no, Ben does get it from Jessica, but as with all next generation stuff.
What? Gretchen?
Regina George.
They're
getting there. They're not there yet.
Somebody got Gretchen. They didn't get her whole name.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's totally Gretchen Wieners. That's
Gretchen
her name.
Wieners.
And then the rest of our Nigerian dwarfs are going to be Regina George and
and then what's the buck going to be?
Glen Coco. And then when they breed, we're going to be like, you go Glen Coco.
Also, this week, I'll be picking up a cowbell for Christopher Walken.
Oh, yeah, we're going to totally do that. Okay, MHB asked, what flowers were in your garden this last year?
Name some.
Jeremiah's not the gardener, so he's going to answer.
Zinnias, chamomile, marigolds, and...
Would you like to phone a friend?
Yeah, let me call Ethan.
He got those also calendula, nasturtiums, pansies, sunflowers, and multiple different varieties.
Oh, what about that succulent? What's that? That was just for. And then what did you plant in the tires? Because it doesn't matter how many times we tell people what the tires are for. It never ceases.
Well, the flowers. I'm going to plant something really bold in the tires this year. Yeah, last year I did like
obvious.
ice plants,
and I'm actually going to make a sign that says "Just for the flowers."
I can't remember. Gosh, I'm completely drawing a blank on that. Oh, borage. Yeah, I did borage. Sweet alyssum. People are telling me what was in my garden because they know and I didn't. Sweet alyssum was one of them, and borage.
Will Maya ever do a devotional on your channel? I cannot answer that.
He totally should.
Why?
Because you're so wise.
I'm so wise. Okay. If the Lord wills it.
Any wine making past or present? I've never made wine, but some of our friends are teaching us how out of.
Yeah, we went and helped them make some muscadine.
Out of muscadines that they had.
Well, we did muscadine, and then we did a sangria with muscadines, blueberries, and something else.
I also have morning glories on the outside fence, and then I have bindweed, which I don't want growing. That's not something that I planted. Yeah, morning glories, but the goats keep eating them. I just love y'all. Y'all just make me feel so good. What's your favorite flower, my love? Someone asked.
Lilies, tiger lilies.
He likes lilies. Marriage devotionals from both of you. That's a really good idea.
I won't go sad, but it has meaning.
Oh, about lilies.
The lilies.
You didn't. Somebody said a marriage devotional from both of you. Yeah, lilies are special to Jeremiah.
I guess we better figure that whole marriage thing out.
Yeah, I guess so.
And the young girl.
I don't know what.
I don't know who the young girl is.
Are you going to do more videos with Daniel and the young girl?
Oh, that's random.
Daniel, I'm sure will be in more
girl?
videos. Jewel, maybe? I don't know
Was
who
that
the
the
young
day
girl.
that Daniel was singing?
Jewel was
Jewel was
here.
hanging out. Yeah, that's her sister.
Yeah, Daniel, I'm sure will be in more videos. He visits us fairly often.
He won't be back until
He'll be a little while.
January or later.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not coming in December, so.
Somebody asked about canning, and I've gotten a lot of questions about my WEC jars, which this is like a European canning jar, and I've done a video about these. If you search for WEC jars, my video is one of the top ones that comes up. But somebody bought us a bunch of WEC jars off of my Amazon wish list, which was a super nice thing.
The whole wish list thing is just wild in general, anyways.
I know. It's
Like,
really cool. People kept asking us, they're like, do you have a wish list? Do you have a wish list? And I was like, I don't know what you're talking
because
about.
we seriously get asked, like, do
and
you
so
have this?
we made one. We made a wish list and just sat down and like put stuff on that we would never really, because like when you budget, you don't budget to put Naraya. Okay, yeah.
Okay, so yes and no, we will. But I think that family is actually moving to Bentonville, which is Northwest Arkansas.
Yeah.
And so it'll be more limited.
So she might be back.
She might be back. I mean, we'll always be family. So
back the wish list. We did make that. Someone bought us lots of canning jars, was one of the things that was just really cool, because WEC jars are kind of like something I always wanted to have a bunch of. I have some of them, but I've never like prioritized buying that for myself. And so I got a really cool delivery of WEC jars. I cried, but like I'm excited. I'm going to get a whole bunch of apples here soon and make apple butter and put those. So yes, I'll probably do another canning video in WEC jars.
This is the second live that people are asking for a Kitten George shirt.
Oh my gosh.
We have some pretty cool shirt ideas that we haven't
That's a really
released
good
yet.
idea.
We have also, I don't know if we're talking about that, but we had another idea for Kitten George.
I don't know what you're talking about, but
we talked about doing it's just on another thing on the list, but we talked about doing a children's book called The Adventures of Kitten George.
Yeah, I would like to do that.
Maybe one day.
Yeah.
He has done some funny stuff.
He is really fun. So a video on favorite homestead YouTube channels. That would be a good one. That would be really hard. I have a lot of precious. it would be a long video.
That's a tough question.
I really do think that it would be a long video.
It would.
Somebody asked about somebody talking about the young girl Naraya being on a video. I love my friends' kids. If they don't mind them being in videos, I love to let them be in videos, because YouTube is their generation's like TV. And so they are like totally enamored at the idea of being on YouTube. And so when our friends come over and their kids are there, just being in the videos briefly, it's the coolest thing in the world to them. And like when Naraya was in that videos, you guys were so encouraging to her, and her mom let her read all the comments, and it's just really awesome. I love to let my friends' kids be in videos whenever their parents are okay with it. So there's something I really want to do. I think we should devote like 5 minutes to it.
What?
Somebody was talking recently. I really love to help support smaller channels that are just getting started, and also channels that just don't have a lot of exposure. And I feel like I get to do that. So I want to welcome you guys in my live chat, and we'll just do it now. Like, what are some of your favorite channels to watch? Like, especially channels that might not have, not the massive ones that everybody knows about. Because sometimes whenever we talk about, sometimes whenever I see somebody and talk to them, they'll message me and be like, hey, I got 100 new subs. And whenever you're trying to break 1,000, or you're even trying to break through the top of, get through 10,000 and stuff like that, these are hard milestones whenever you're a YouTuber. And truly, it can make such a big difference on how much money you make, because people who are doing videos and they're not as big, they're doing the same amount of work. They're just not making as much money because they haven't got the exposure yet. So I really love to share about these people. I know that Rose at Wholesome Roots has a goal. She's really trying to get to 10,000 by the end of the year. So I always tell you guys to go follow her. And y'all keep a look at these, screenshot it so you can go back and follow them later.
Looking at a lot of these, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot that I haven't never
because
seen.
there's definitely some really good ones. Rainbow Valley Ranch said she loves Quail Hollow, Farmer Quail Hollow. Kaylee's so sweet. I think she may still be in here. But yeah, it's definitely some Mama Grows. Yeah, I called Mama Grows out the other day. I really love her channel. She's such a sweet lady and doing a really good job.
Check out the moderators also.
Yeah, and I always ask you guys to go follow my moderators. I know Wholesome Roots is here on here tonight, and also 180 Degrees from Average. People can be so mean, and I'm honestly not cut out for this as far as like dealing with people being ugly, because I really get my feelings hurt. Jeremiah moderates a lot of the comments on our channel, and if people are just nasty or mean, I don't usually see it.
Honestly, a lot of times I don't have to do anything.
Yeah, you guys are like bulldogs. I'm serious. People cannot be mean to me. My commenters are like, "Who do you think you are talking to Jess like that?" And they handle
Jess's life
business up on the comment section. For real.
Life on Beagle Road.
Life on Beagle Road's a really good one. That's a good one to check out.
Duncan 1900
Homesteading at Cougar said, it's a dangerous road creating those Amazon wish lists. That said, wet jars will now go on mine. Yeah, the wish list is really cool. Jeremiah put Lego ships on it.
I totally did.
He was like,
she goes, put some stuff on there that you wouldn't buy yourself, and I can never justify buying Legos for myself.
Well, because he went on there and like there are tools that he would be really excited to get, but he was putting on like $10 snips to build quail cages and stuff like that. And I'm like, honey, like people are wanting to like bless you with something. And not to say that $10 things aren't good. I said, put on $10 Lego sets, like it's not that it has to be big ticket items, but you're just going to go buy those snips and it's not going to be that big of a deal. But like buy something that's going to bless your heart to receive, because that's what people are asking about this. And so I get back on and he put a bunch of Lego ships on there, and I was like, that's what I meant. That's exactly what I meant. So yeah. Okay, somebody asked, do you guys do Patreon? I haven't yet. When we first started, I really wanted to put out a lot of regular content on YouTube, and I felt like if I started putting stuff on Patreon, it would be at the expense of putting it on YouTube. Like if I put videos on Patreon for paid subscribers, then it would just mean less videos on YouTube for free, for people to watch for free. And so,
yeah, because we're kind of at capacity.
Because it was just really hard. I'm thinking of what I could do on Patreon, and especially like whenever we start processing animals and like some more intensive teachings, but my heart is just make it available to everybody, even if they can't afford to pay for it. And so I don't know. I'm still on the fence about that. I like the idea of having it, but I just want to make sure that that it's not taking away from what I'm able to offer, because I understand what it's like to not be able to pay extra. I really do. And so I have kind of compassion about that. So, oh, cool. Deborah Broyle said, last week I planted a plastic toque with salad greens after your video on growing salad greens on winter, and then it went down in the 20s 2 days later, but it's been 1 week now and I have sprouts. I'm really glad to hear that. I was really nervous after that video just kind of took off, and I thought, gosh, I hope people know that this is going to work differently in different regions and stuff like that. But mine's growing really well. It's slow. I mean, like they'd be harvestable in 3 weeks. So it's hot outside, but they'll be really sweet. That's for sure. What's one of your favorite things to grow besides tomatoes? Flowers are really growing on me a lot. I'm really enjoying that.
That's a good question.
But peppers, I really like greens, and just kale. I love kale. I could eat my weight in kale. I like to grow all the things.
Our anniversary is in April. April
26th. We eloped. We got married in an accountant's office on a random Tuesday. And so we both
on a discount.
Yeah, because he was late. So he only charged us $20. We had a clearance wedding. But yeah, we both forget our anniversary because it was just such a like non-eventful day other than the fact that we got married.
And honestly, we're just really nice to each other and buy each other gifts like
all the time.
So it's like anniversaries.
We do have like
we go out and do something, but
Ethan told Rose, "You keep beating me to the click." She said, "I'm moderate for Justin Rhodes, dude." Carla Walden, I'm putting plastic over my tomatoes to overwin them. That's awesome. I've read that you can cover them, and thank you for super chat. I've read that you can cover them, and for every layer of covering you put on, it's like 2 growing zones. I think it equates 2 growing zones. It's pretty cool.
Someone asked Denise, I don't know how to say this last name, Hoog, Hog.
What did she ask?
How much of your daily life does YouTube take?
It's my job. Like YouTube is my job, and I treat it like a job, and that's why I'm able to produce so much. I would say, like, as far as editing, I'm really fast at editing, and I don't do anything too fancy. My videos are really simple, and so it only takes me like an hour to edit a video. And then whenever I consider like returning comments and all of that stuff, and then shooting stuff, it probably takes another couple hours. So I would say consistently, I probably spend like 3 or 4 hours a day on YouTube, but it's broken up. And like a lot of times, like my laptop's sitting on the counter while I cook dinner, and I'm doing stuff, and so it's always multitasking. Our chicken's done. You talk about this. I gotta go take my chicken out of the oven.
What am I talking about?
About daily life, taking up
YouTube. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of work, and honestly, like,
it's a great job.
It's a great job. It's something that we get to do together, like we were just talking about on the 5 reasons why we homestead. You know, I get to be here, and we get to tag team it, and one person's watching the kids, or taking care of them, making lunch, whatever, or cleaning the kitchen while the other one's doing a video, which is kind of one of the reasons why I'm helping doing vlogs and stuff, just to give Jessica a break, and so she can be a mom to the kids and not be working all the time. So it's everything in life has balance. We could very easily just go overboard with how much time and be consumed by it. But, we do treat it like a job. And then like any job, we've got to have boundaries. We don't freak out if we don't get a video up because we had a sick kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I didn't post yesterday because Ben was sick. And as the day progressed, I hadn't finished editing. I had a video shot, but I hadn't finished editing. And I was like, it's just not going to happen today because I had to lay on the couch with my baby. That's what I did. And so that's okay sometimes.
And the pigs did stay in the shelter. They actually love them. Like, seriously, like they just, instead of just laying out, a lot of times they're laying in it because it's comfortable. That keeps the straw in. It's pretty cool.
Denise Stone said, what is your best camera recommendation? I'm actually going to do a video about this soon, talking about vlogging cameras. Hold on, I'll grab mine. I use 2 cameras. I use a Canon G7X. That's this little guy. Usually, if I have this, it's on a little bendy
and this has some cons to it.
It has some cons to it. It does not have an external mic, so it picks up a lot of noise.
Or a hookup.
Hookup
to
put an external mic
on it.
And a lot of people put like a little bit of piece of fabric on here to buffer the wind, but it's hard to use outside when it's windy. But it does really well. It slips in and out of focus sometimes. It's got some glitches, but a lot of times I still use it because it's so easy to carry around. And then I also use this, which is an 80D, Canon 80D, and I use this little pancake lens. This is a really cheap, good little lens, 24 millimeters, but I'm going to do more extensive. But these are the 2 cameras that I use, and if something were to happen to those, I would replace them with the same ones because I really like them.
Ben's doing good. He's not like crazy sick. Like, he's not throwing up and all that. He's just been puny. kind of low fever, super low fever.
And I'm not real quick to medicate.
Right. We have
or like run to the doctor. Like, I think we have pretty good immune systems and we use a lot of essential oils. And he's been.
And we have really good insurance too. We just don't use it that much.
Well, I just don't want to jump to like. As a kid, I was really sick. I won't go into great details on it, but I was on antibiotics for like 15 years straight. And so I've experienced health issues in response to that. So I'm more slow, and I'm not against using those when they're necessary, but like his fever's going up and down right now and he's puny. And then I'm having to tell him to slow down because he's running around. So his body's fighting it off, whatever it is. It's just a little bug. Are you going to build the window greenhouse?
Yes, we are going to build the window greenhouse.
She looks forward to a tutorial. Allison.
Oh, great. That'll be a fun tutorial because I have no idea how I'm going to do it.
It's going to be one of those winging it. Marilyn, what essential oil brands do you use? That'd probably be a good video content. I don't talk a whole lot about the multi-level marketing companies that I am involved with because I never wanted that to kind of be the theme of my channel. But I'm actually a Young Living consultant and have been for about 13 years. And I also use another brand. I'm not a Young Living purist. I actually use another brand called Eden's Garden as well. But that would be a good video to go in depth. It's probably too much to do right now. 7:51.
Yeah, we're doing from now on we'll be doing Sunday lives every Sunday at 7. That's just going to be our time slot.
Except 2 weeks from now. We will be here next week, Sunday. 2 weeks from now, we will be traveling. That's my birthday. I'm really trying not to be obnoxious about my birthday, but I'm really excited. But we're going to be traveling, and but that Friday night, December the 14th, I will give you a reminder of this next week. But I believe we are going to be at Wholesome Roots that night, and we will be hopping on her live that night.
Oh, are we now?
Oh yes. Light so bright. I'm excited about what God is doing via the homesteading community. Absolutely, 100%. God is doing something really big in the
for us. It's hand in hand. It's the same.
Yeah, I mean, He's totally moving in the homesteading community.
Loving the pigs.
Yep. Yeah, we're really liking raising pigs.
We do use a lot of medicinal herbs when we grew like we actually messed up and didn't harvest it this year. But last year we harvested a ton of that lemon balm.
I harvested a good bit this year too. Yeah.
And we made this lemon balm honey. Like we steamed the
I've got like
balm,
a half gallon of dry
and we mixed it with honey. It was like a cough syrup, and it honestly
it was really good.
Handled all of our kids' little coughs. And
we called it honey medicine, but lemon balm is really good for a lot of different things. It's also really soothing. But yes, we do a lot of medicinal herbs and stuff. I don't know if Amy Fuel's still on here, but if you want a good resource for using herbs and stuff like that, she's written a really awesome book on that.
South Australia. I really want to go to Australia. So if y'all want to put us up and buy us plane tickets or whatever you want to do, well, we want to come to Australia.
And they're growing their tomatoes right now, she said. So
I know, isn't that awesome?
Recipe, please. The honey medicine. I've got some of the lemon balm dried, so I might make some honey medicine and do a video on that. Holy basil is the bomb.com. That's one of my must grow things. Somebody asked me earlier, I think it was Mama Tried, asked me what other flowers I am planting other than zinnias. And I've got my flower box, and I know we don't have that much time. We don't have enough time to go through my whole flower box, but I want to show y'all some of the ones I'm really excited about.
Tough shed. This is a Carla Walden. I have a 10x10 tough shed. I'm setting up lights and turning it into a indoor garden type thing. That's awesome. See, like I said, people are resourceful. That's the best way to do things. Repurpose, resourceful.
How to cook squash vlog. Yes, I will do that. Goat's milk is good for you to drink if you have issues with milk from the store. Yes, absolutely.
Yes, you can be, issues with cow's milk or store-bought milk and goat's milk will not affect you the same way.
One of the reasons that we wanted to get into goat's milk is because our kids had a lot of issues with cow's milk when they were little, and all of them were able to drink goat's milk. What editing software do I use? I use the free iMovie program on my computer. It's real basic. I actually purchased a subscription to the Premiere Pro.
I'm not using it.
But it's so confusing, and I really want to learn. I really want to
in our defense for not using it, we pay for the monthly thing, and that gives us Lightroom and Photoshop,
Yeah.
which we do for photos. So we are using the subscription, but we are not using the video editing part.
Yeah. Someone said goat's milk is
Bobblehead
great for
Homestead.
dogs.
Yes, I do not have anywhere near enough windows. When I'm actually going to go buy some. I found some on Facebook. I'll maybe do a video about where that I can get resourcing the materials, like finding them. But no, I do not currently have enough windows to do that.
Oh, these are my flower seeds.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, she found all these little boxes, different patterns and stuff at TJ Maxx.
No, Michael's.
And so she bought a bunch of them, and now that's where a lot of her seeds are.
Okay, you keep answering some questions while I look through these, because I'm going to share some of them.
Yeah, quail are doing great. We have lost a few, but the thing is, when you're brooding out any fowl, like if someone has never lost a baby chick ever, please tell me. Like, I would honor you. We'll call you the chicken master, the fowl master, whatever you want. But there's always some attrition. You know what I'm saying? There's always something where something gets trampled, smothered. And it is what it is. It sucks. I don't like it, but we lost a few because the heater got unplugged. I think because one of my awesome sons went downstairs and kicked it out of the wall socket. But we caught it pretty early. We only lost 4 or 5, something like that. And there were some others that were looking kind of wonky, and we stuck them in the incubator, and they bounced back, and I put them back in with the rest of them and got the heater thing turned back on.
Okay, so
coffee and pie. When are you available? Because Jessica likes coffee. I like pie. Sounds like a match made in heaven.
This Queen Lime zinnia, they have this whole line of these Queen Lime, and then they have Queen Lime Orange and Queen Lime Red. They are really, really pretty. I'm really excited about these zinnias this year. Look at that Queen Lime Red. That one's really pretty. Dahlias, I'm going to be growing dahlias this year, and I really want to do a good range of those. Cosmos, actually that was you guys suggesting Cosmos is something that I grow, and bachelor buttons. So here are a couple of the pretty Cosmos and bachelor buttons that I'm going to be growing. And also this is another zinnia that I thought was really pretty. I think it says they're huge. It says they're 5 inches across, and they're really neat looking. That's the Redmond Super Cactus. Also got some sweet pea flowers, several different flowers that I'm really excited to be doing. Have you ever grown peonies? No, but I would really like to grow those too. Does zinnia require full sun or part? I've only ever grown them in full sun, so I'm not really entirely sure what they need. But zinnias for me are so prolific, and you can cut them and they come again. But also there are so many kinds, there's so many colors and sizes and petal shapes. And so I think zinnia is a really great one to go with. Denise, I'm sorry, I can commiserate with that.
What?
Her husband won't let her send any more money on seeds. Sad face.
Yeah.
Do my videos upload quickly?
Yes, Semper Fi.
My videos do not upload quickly. They take not. Flipping forever.
So we actually got with our local company that's the best available, and they had a business option, which gave us a lot of down. So we have a lot of download speed. And if you're not a tech person, you won't understand what I'm saying. But downloads, when you're getting information to your computer. What they didn't offer currently was a large amount of upload, which is really what we need for what we're doing. And so I'm going to get on there, since we're technically a business, and see if they will work with us. Hey, I'm sorry, Mom and Dad. That's Malia. See, I told you, she just shows up on here. She didn't even text me today. I didn't even get a text message. She's like, hey, I'm on your line.
Hey, baby. That's our girl that lives in
Las
Vegas with her mom and stepdad.
Do you recommend for breeding? So many of these questions are budget and what are you trying to do? What
incubator do you? If you really want to get into breeding chickens and you're going to be hatching eggs to sell, see, we have a Sportsman 1502 cabinet incubator, but they have gone up. I mean, ours was given to us. Ours was a gift from our family that was like making an investment in our farm, and it paid for itself within a year. Within even less than that, one spring of hatching out eggs for the local feed store, and it was paid for. But they've gone up like $300 since then. It was in the $600 range when we got ours, and it's like 900 something.
Favorite tool, man. I love my tools. Honestly, so many years ago, like almost three, probably three. I'm not really good at that kind of thing, but I'm gonna guess almost 3 years ago, we actually had borrowed a friend's 4-wheeler to use here, and my brother Noah, who you've met, left it out front when we went to church, and it got stolen, and we just have never been able to afford replacing it. So we've saved up some money over a long period of time, and I shopped and just recently, like a month ago, got like a really much smaller but a 4-wheeler. And that honestly is my favorite tool right now, other than even more so than the tractor. We load up feed and drive feed around. We move hay with it. I put all my tools in the trailer and drive them out to where the jobs are. Like, honestly, that little bitty, it feels like I'm riding a kid's toy, but it functions and it does what I need. But that's honestly the thing I probably will use the most is the 4-wheeler, honestly.
What's the first animal you would recommend getting on the homestead? Chickens.
Chickens.
I mean, they're
easy.
like the entryway to.
No. Let's just go big or go home. Get alpacas. What could go wrong? Nothing. It'll be fine. They can brood in your house. You can raise them up. They'll be like part of the family.
How do I keep rodents like skunks out of our garden beds? You know, we really have not had a lot of issues with rodents. Mice get in the garden, but Kitten George is like a lion, and I've always had a cat in my garden. Of course, that comes with its own issues because they'll use it as a litter box. But do you journal your garden? Sort of. Like, I also have a YouTube channel where I make videos of my garden all the time, so I do have reference points. But I realize that's not the case for everybody. I will tell you, if you have a garden, make videos of it. Even if you want to upload them, to share them with other people. Even if you don't have a huge following, my videos of my garden are seriously like treasures to me, especially in the winter. They're references. I go back. I know what I like more because I talked about it. I know where I planted it. I know what I want to do differently. And truly, most of you have a smartphone, or some way to make videos of your garden. I'm telling you, it's a treasure to do that.
Chickens, alpacas, alpacas, horses, alpacas. Oh, man.
Alpacas for Jess.
Oh, yeah. We've talked about rabbits. I'm not a big fan of rabbits.
I love how Willow Creek does her rabbits colony style with these buckets that she sinks in the ground.
I will try a different method. I will not go back to the cages and keeping track of breeding. And honestly, it's just too hot in Arkansas. That's what honestly it really is. Like, if we were up somewhere northern that had much cooler summers where they could stay viable for breeding and things like that, like, it would be different. Like,
you can't breed rabbits when they get to a certain
over 70 degrees. I'm pretty sure they become infertile.
Yeah,
sterile.
Sterile. Yes.
The boys are sterile, so they have to be kept cool. It was just a lot of work for not a lot of response.
Yeah. Jody Bradley said, "Have you done or recommend anyone who has done videos on companion planting?" I have a video out, and it says companion planting in the fall garden, but what I'm talking about applies. And I might redo one for the spring garden and make it less specific. Do you have tulips or daffodils? I have some, but I don't have a whole lot of them.
Yeah. I think there's a link to our wish list at the bottom of our videos. Like, it's any of the most recent videos will have it, right?
Yeah.
And if you want to post it, you can post it here.
I can try to pull it up. We don't have very much time.
I would love to get a GoPro. We've talked about some other things. Like, we really would like to get some.
Kitten George, that'd be hilarious.
Like, we don't have a drone. We don't have a GoPro. And these are some things I'd like to add at some point to get some more dynamic
I guess that's stuff
footage.
We could put on our wish list. But yeah, we don't have that stuff.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
My brother has a drone, and he told me that he would come and visit whenever my garden was like in full bloom again and get some drone footage of it, which would be really, really cool. Because so many people have asked me for more of like a idea of how it's laid out. And I think that would be awesome to be able to share. makeup tutorial lighting. I don't know what that question is saying. All right, sheep. Yeah, Bobby Joe, one day we might get into that. That's going to be when we're in a different property or have more space. Right now we're looking at leasing the property next door, and that'll be space for our horses. And when we can work that out, we're talking about the possibility of doing a dairy cow, which I think would be like the higher priority because that's something that's going to produce for our family. Food. But sheep, I think sheep are really neat. I know somebody had mentioned earlier about baby doll sheep, I think is what it was. So
we're adding bees this spring.
We're getting bees this spring. That's already, we're going to do at least 2. So
hi to everyone who said hi to me.
Malia, yeah. So a lot of people were saying hi to Malia.
Josie, Denny, all of them.
Family Christmas traditions, our
favorite Christmas songs and movies.
Oh,
every single one.
Are you talking about me?
Yeah, it's you.
No, there's one Christmas song that I hate.
Oh, Taylor Swift.
No,
right?
The one that
she
says,
sang it.
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart. I hate that song. That's my least favorite.
In North Carolina.
We're actually not in North Carolina.
We're in Arkansas.
There are a lot of homesteaders
in North Carolina.
That's where ain't one of them. Justin Rhodes, Art and Bree, So the Land, Mike and Lacey Dixon, the Fit Farmer. They're all over North Carolina.
Oh, that's a good question.
We're in Arkansas.
Let's put out 2 this week.
What?
Do it yourself. We need to put out. We have some good ideas for that stuff.
Oh, for like gift making? Yeah, we're going to. Guys, I have so many videos I want to share with you. There's just not enough time.
Yeah.
I love Christmas like it's my job. Like I love Christmas, something fierce. And I love Christmas.
We are also going to try, we will not list them or anything like that, but if we can get the journals made, the leather journals, then we will let you guys know.
Yes.
We are really wanting to, but if something happens in time when we don't get it done,
we're hoping to.
So we're going to come up with a plan, and hopefully we're going to do it together. And there's going to be a very limited number of the handmade leather journals. I think 20 is what we've decided on. And so we'll get you guys more details when we actually have them in hand. So maybe by next Sunday, we might have them if we can get it done this week.
Yeah. That would be really an awesome thing to be able to post that we could share on the live feed. Now we will be back. Cool. Now we will be back next weekend, Sunday evening, 7:00 Central Time, to have another live stream. And then I'll remind you guys that the next week we're actually going to be in Georgia on Friday night. And so we'll join that live stream at Wholesome Roots that night. So make sure you guys go subscribe to her so you don't miss that. And also 180 Degrees from Average. If you guys are still on here, go ahead and comment so that everybody can go follow our moderators and give them some love. I can't express to you enough how important it is for us to have moderators. There we go. There's my moderators. Wholesome Roots and 180 Degrees from Average tonight. I know that I'm like kind of pushy about you guys go love on them, but seriously, I don't think I would have the bravery to get on here and talk to all of you guys with all the trolls and stuff if I didn't have people like protecting me from that, because I do have like a little soft tender heart.
We are not taking pre-orders. Sorry. When we get the journals done, that's when we will tell you about them and give you we're going to charge for them. And when they're gone, they're gone. We're doing no more than 20. And so it's just essentially what we're doing is this is going to pay for our kids' Christmas.
Yeah.
Like that's why we're doing it. So once we get to 20, that's it. And maybe we'll do more later down the road, but that's it for that time.
Okay. I got the wish list link. That's what things. I was trying to do.
Yeah, send that. I have a couple of things. I know we got to end. We're 8 minutes over. But Jessica's new favorite Christmas album is Lauren Daigle.
Yes.
That Christmas album. My all-time favorite Christmas, and it probably will never change because I'm a steady person. Like I don't really change a lot. Is I love Reliant K's Christmas album. Now Reliant K is like a Christian, like
kind of punk
rockish band. I still listen to all their music. But their Christmas album is my favorite. And it's honestly probably my kid's favorite also.
Yeah. Lauren Daigle's new album is awesome. If you guys haven't listened to that, it's just so good.
It's just for the kids for Christmas. We don't have one.
Yeah, I guess we could go through and put their stuff on the wish list.
Toys, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll go through and add some of the kids' stuff on the wish list. Okay. Wholesome Roots, I think you may need to be tethered to the ground when Jess and I show up. Your excitement will make you fly in the sky. Yeah, no, whenever I called Rose and was like, yeah, sure, we'll come. She was like, are you serious right now? And I was like, yeah, we'll come. Can we stay at your house? And she was like, are you serious right now? And I'm like, yeah. It was really
Why not? It'll be fun.
Well, I mean, it is cool when your friends are like, hey, I'm going to drive, 2 states over and come stay with you, or 3 states over too.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm what is it? Stupid excited that the Hollers are coming to stay with us.
That's going to be fun.
That's going to be really fun.
Did you tell them when they're coming?
Christmas.
They're going to be at our house because they're like, because, they're traveling around like all over. Yeah, we might be blood brothers, me and Daniel. But anyways, they're like traveling all over. So they're like, well, we're going to be in that area around Christmas. So would it be cool if we like came before or after? And we're like, whatever, we're easy. Right. And so Jessica asked, she's like, well,
where are you going to be for Christmas? Are you like,
so we're just going to be at like a campground in Arkansas somewhere. And Jessica and her Christmas was like,
do you know who you're talking to right now?
No, that ain't
happening. No. I was like, you will come here and stay at my house for Christmas. And
so they're going to be with us on Christmas Day.
Stay up late and braid each other's hair and and we'll drink hot cocoa.
No, get this. This is going to be fun.
Movies.
Maybe we'll do a live on this day. Maybe. I don't know. But Ben Holler, who also, when we went to the Homesteaders of America conference, people kept going up to him and being like, are you Maya? Right? He never even met me. I never met him. Right? And he's like, no. And he kept asking, who's this Maya guy? And honestly, we're about the same height. We have a scraggly kind of beard. Like he had glasses on. I had glasses on. Like we looked, he has long hair. I can get this resemblance. Here's the weird part to me. I found out that we have the exact same birthday.
Yeah.
So our birthdays are going to be on the 28th of December, and they're going to be hanging out with us, hopefully.
Yeah, we told them if they can stay for that, or we're going to do a birthday party. But I want to do a live while they're here for sure. So you guys all get to chat with them too. So
that'd be fun. And we just really hit it off with them. We like them. And they're boys.
A lot of the same ages.
Yeah, so our boys.
We're going to have a really fun Christmas. We're really, really excited. And honestly, I know we're really kind of going over time, but they were like, are you sure? And, this is our first Christmas after losing Maya's mom. And grief is weird. And even whenever you are okay, you're not okay.
The Hollers do have a channel, Holler Homestead.
The Holler Homestead, yeah.
It's really cool.
If somebody could link that'd be awesome.
Yeah, if you could link it or someone.
But we were like, you know what? I think it would be awesome for us to have some friends come and stay because there's going to be a void, but this will be a new thing to do.
And all my family came for Thanksgiving. So some of my family's going to Oklahoma to be together in Oklahoma with my brother and sister there. And so, I mean, there's just always like, it's not, my whole family's not going to be at my house on Christmas. Malia will be here. And then the Hollers will be here. So that's going to be super awesome. I'm really excited. And honestly, we're doing, we'll tell. We're doing marshmallow shooter guns for everybody. So it's literally going to be like a crazy marshmallow shooter battle. I'm going to make some I'm going to experiment and make up some new marshmallow guns.
For the parents.
Oh yeah. I'm thinking about doing one. Jessica doesn't think it's a good idea.
No, it's not a good idea. Do not support this. Do not encourage him in what he's about to say.
Whoa, they get to decide. They think for themselves. These are powerful people who can support alpacas or a marshmallow shooter gun with the compressor and the large marshmallows. I'm going to make a bazooka, like an RPG marshmallow shooter. Like, boom!
No.
She didn't even.
Somebody tell this man that is a bad idea. Black a child's eye.
I've got like this small handheld
the crafting
propane
squirrel. Don't
torch.
you support this?
The small handheld propane torch I could tape to the end, like the movie Aliens. And when the marshmallows come out, they'll light on fire and they'll stick to things. It's gonna be epic. If our house burns down, we'll shoot videos in the ashes.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so that's it. We're way past our time.
A potato gun made it into the marshmallows.
Marshmallows are soft. I mean, I've been hit in the face with marshmallows before, big ones. Like my brothers have thrown them at me. We've done that, so it'll be fine.
Quick story time before we end this. I knew Maya's family long before I knew him. Like that's somebody asked earlier how we met. Jeremiah's mom was my friend. Like before I had he was the last one of his family. He's the third of 9 kids. And he was the last one of his family for me to meet because he lived far away. And his older brother was one of my best friends. Well, we had like a big Christmas family like get together one year, and I made marshmallow shooter guns for everyone. I made like 45 marshmallow shooter guns, and I mentioned this in that video where we showed you guys last week how to make a marshmallow shooter gun. Well, I made them for everybody, and everybody was like, "You need goggles. You need goggles on the websites." And I was like, "Who's gonna shoot somebody in the eye? That's silly." So I bring 45 marshmallow shooter guns to this party, actually at Jeremiah's older brother's house, before I ever knew Jeremiah, and gave them to everybody. And our pastor was the one who actually shot that marshmallow shooter gun so hard that he actually shot Jeremiah's sister-in-law in the eye. She had to wear an eye patch for like 2 weeks. And it was like a severe case of like a grown man with like some intense lungs, like going straight on. And he shot her like straight in the face, like like 2 feet away. It was ridiculous. Like they're not that dangerous. But in this particular instance, I was like, oh, dang. Actually, I haven't made marshmallow shooter guns since then. That was like 10 years ago. Real. And I finally was like, we can make these again. But I think there will be eye protection at this point. So.
Oh, yeah, for real, especially with
it was the power of the Holy Spirit.
Boom!
And the pastor.
The Spirit came on, and I mean, he was.
Jesse Small Homestead said, when you need a link to make these bad boys, we just put a video up just the other day about making marshmallow shooter guns. So it's on our page in our recent uploads.
Just go and look for the last 5 videos.
Yeah, I mean, it was just like not too long ago. So definitely, we made a video of how to. Flaming marshmallow bullets. You guys do not support that. That is not okay.
No, you can support me in anything you guys want. I need support. Just like Jessica has an alpaca group. I've got a marshmallow group. It's all good. And VW Family Farm is asking if there's a time limit. No, there's not a time limit, but we want to try and keep it as close to an hour as we can because there's other channels doing lives and different things like that. We don't want to be rude. We're trying to be thoughtful.
Sarah's saying yes to your idea.
Which one?
Sarah.
Yes.
180 degrees.
That's awesome. See? And that's all I really needed. Like one woman to be like, yeah, do it. Because, I mean, all the men saying do it, like, that's not really validation. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course we're going to do it. Like, we don't ever think things through that much. But if a woman's like, yeah, dude, it'll be fun. I'm sure it'll be fun.
All right. So thank you guys. Go ahead and throw a thumbs up. We're going to wrap this up and go love on my moderators. You guys are so awesome. We adore you.
Thank you guys for hanging out with us on Sunday night. This is actually one of my favorite things we do. I love the videos and the commenting and engaging because our favorite thing about this whole thing is the community and engaging and meeting people and hearing stories and all that. We try and respond as often and as regular as we can. But the lives have really become like just really fun.
Yeah, they're such a highlight.
I look forward to this every Sunday. So.
Yep. So. Alrighty, guys.
3 hour lives. I mean, we probably could hang out here for 3 hours.
Yeah, but we
haven't even. Someone was asking about.
But I just took this bomb chicken out of the oven.
That's true.
So
I need
good.
to eat it. Yeah, that's true.
So we gotta eat our dinner and get our babies back.
Maybe one day we'll do a video or a live talking about how we met and fell in love.
Because we're so in love.
It was my deep voice.
This rugged good looks. That's what he always says. All right. We love you guys so much. We bless you. Until next time.
Peace out.